friends, my name is Mohan Shyam and this is my fifth video lecture which is based on OOPS in system dialog. So in my previous videos we have discussed about class properties and methods, class handle and object, and how we will access the class properties and methods with the help of the class object. After that we have discussed about inheritance, polymorphism, this and super keyword. So we have already discussed about these topics. So now today we are going to discuss data hiding and encapsulation. So firstly we need to understand what is data hiding and encapsulation and what is the need of data hiding and encapsulation in system dialog. So in system dialog, all members like properties and methods of a class are public by default. So if the class members like properties and methods are public by default, then we can access these members outside the class. And we can also use these members in the derived class. But this is not desirable always. Like what if we want that some members of the class will not be accessed outside of the class? Like a class has a constant property that should not be changed, but by default it is publicly available. That may lead to accidental change to the property. So to avoid such situations, system dialog provides the concept of data hiding and encapsulation. So like with the help of data hiding and encapsulation, if we want that some of the functions, some of the tasks or some of the properties would not be accessed outside of the class, then we can do that. There are some points which are related to data hiding and encapsulation. Let's try to understand those points. Like as I already told you, in system dialog, by default all the members of class are publicly available. Mean to say, the public members can be used inside that class, outside that class, and these can be used in its derived class also. So those are publicly available. After that, but the thing is that in some situations it is desirable to restrict access to some of the class properties and methods from outside the class. So it can be done by hiding the class members. So there the concept of data hiding comes into the picture. And the technique of hiding the data from being accessed outside the class is known as encapsulation. Means encapsulation seals the class members safely inside the capsule of the class where it can be accessed only by the trusted users, that is like by the methods of the class only. The thing is that how we will restrict the access to class properties and methods from outside the class. It depends how we are declaring the class members. So class members can be declared in the three ways. It can be public members, it can be local members, or it can be protected members. So as I already told you, the public members can be accessed easily from outside of the class, and these can also be available or accessed inside the derived class also. So by default, all the members are public members, and public members can be accessed outside of the class easily. And there is no restriction on public members. So now I'll give you an example of public members. So here we'll just write a code to understand the public members. Like we have a class, and let's take the name of the class is example. So inside this class we have taken one class property, let's it's int a, and there is also a class method, and it's a function, and the return type of the function is void, and let's take the name of the function is this. So it's just a very simple function which is just displaying the value of this variable a, which is a class property. So inside this function we are just displaying the value of a here. So I will write $display value of a equals to %d. This is the type specifier here, and after that I will write the name of the variable, and I just ended this function by end function. Now I also end this class here. This is end class. So it's a very simple class in which we have declared one class property and one class method. That's function. So here we have not declared it as we have not declared any type here, whether for data heading. So by default, the property and methods, these both are publicly available throughout the whole program. Means to say, the class object can access these properties and methods. Also, the derived class can access the properties and methods easily. So, mean to say these are publicly available for all the instance of this particular class and for all the derived classes. So let's take a module now. Module, and the name of the module, let's move on. And inside this module, I have written our initial begin, and inside this initial begin, first I'll create an object. So the name of the class is example, so I will just instantiate the class here, class even. I have not called the constructor, so till now it's just a handle of the class. Now I'll just call the new constructor even equals to new. So now it is an object of the class. After that, I'm just accessing the property first. So I'm writing even.age equals to 20. And after that, I'm accessing the class method, that is a function disk, so even.disk. So when here I am accessing the property, here I am accessing the method of this class, and I am accessing these things outside of the class, and I am also changing the value of a here outside of the class with the help of this object. So we can access these things, the class properties and methods, outside of the class because these are public in nature. Let's see what will happen after that. I have just and module. You will see what will be the output here. I will just simulate this code, but before that we will try to understand what will be the output here. So this is int a, which is integer type variable, and this is this function whose return type is void and the name is this. So it is just displaying the, when this function will be called, it just display the value of a at that current time. So this is end function end class. Here what I have is we have created an object even, and by this object we are accessing a equals to 20. So even though a equals to 20, so at this point now the value of a will be 20, and after that we are calling the disk method, so it will just display the value of a, and at that time the value of a will be 20. So it will just print value of a equals to 20. Let's see what will be the output. So you know the commands for compilation, simulation, and run, right? So the compilation command will be vlog, then file name. File name is public member dot sv. So I'll just write public member dot sv, and the name of the module is Mohan. You can also see it here. So for simulation the command will be vsim minus -novopt, and then module name is Mohan. So let's see what will happen. Now we will just run the, so we are getting value of a equals to 20. So by default those are public members, and we can access the public members outside of the class with the help of object. So this is the thing about public members. Now I will come to the local members. So local members can be accessed only by the methods of the class, and these members can be accessed only inside that class. So only the same class method can be able to access the local member of the class. So outside of that class, local members are not visible. Even the object of the class cannot access the local members. Local members are also not visible in its subclasses or derived classes. And to access the local members, non-local member or non-local method should be used. So these are some points regarding local members. I'll just repeat these points. First point is local members can be accessed inside the class only with the help of the same class method. Local members are not visible in its subclasses. Even the object of the same class cannot access the local members of that class. And to access the local members, non-local methods will be used. Local members are just similar to private members. So now the thing is that how we will make any variable as local. So it's very simple. At the time of the declaration, we have to just use local keyword before that particular variable. So just with the help of local keyword, we can make any variable as local or private. Points regarding local members.